I hope you're all ready to start paying for Twitter. Wait, no, X. Yep, that's the new tactic from Melon Husk here, Elon Musk. The new tactic: don't blame himself for the problems that are happening financially with Twitter. It's not his fault that all those advertisers ran away. It's not his fault that he's a white supremacist. It's not his fault that he's anti-Semitic. He can't figure it out. It's just that they're anti-free speech and they're woke, so I don't want them on my platform anyway. By the way, how would you all like to start paying for Twitter or X? Whatever. I'll just call it whatever the fuck I want. I don't. Ugh. How would you all like to start paying for my mistake? That's essentially what is happening, and I wish more people would start realizing that this is just how billionaires work. This is just how capitalism works, okay? The CEOs, the people at the top, the people who have all the money, they make all the mistakes. They are the ones who create the financial peril that the world sees on any given day, any given year, any given generation. It's their fault. Inflation is their fault. They create it. They create financial turmoil and peril and poverty. But there are just enough humans out there who just don't seem to care about this or leave themselves blind to it because they still look up to people like Elon Musk as innovators and creators and job creators. Elon Musk hasn't created or innovated or done really anything in his entire life. He has been extremely lucky. And there are still so many of his lapdogs who come to me and try to convince me that he's worth something to humanity beyond his money. If you take all his money away, all you've got left is some guy with lifts in his shoes who's screaming really loudly about how, this anti-Semitic thing and that anti-Semitic thing and this white supremacist. You just got yourself another little tiny insignificant white supremacist who nobody's listening to except for other white supremacists. But he's got money, so he went and bought himself a social media platform forever, or at least for now, for the time being, ensuring that he has some worth to this world. And in some ways, we all are kind of forced to listen to him because the media likes to shove his face into everything. And Twitter was something that was already very, very much big and thriving before Elon Musk ever came along. Now he wants everybody to pay for it, and the excuse he's making is we want to cut down on all these bots. All of these bots, they're getting a free ride, and if maybe privately he thinks that no, all of these freeloaders using Twitter should be paying. They're all getting a free ride using my free speech platform. Free speech. Elon, you created this mess. Just like every other financial mess that some capitalist shitbag comes out and says is the fault of inflation, the fault of the world, the fault of instability in the market. Even with those lifts in your shoes, this was a bar that you could have, that you could have ambled under. All you had to do to not lose 60% of your advertisers was just not be a piece of shit. That was it. All you had to do was not platform white supremacists. All you had to do was not platform anti-Semites, to not platform alt-right conspiracy chucking lunatics and racists and giving them all 3 hots and a cot forever. This is your mess. It has been your mess since the day you paid, what was it, $44 billion for something that was valued like way, way less. This has been your mess. And now, just like every billionaire, just like every rich scumfuck who owns a business and has a customer base and when I say we, I don't mean me because I'm not going to pay a dime and no fucking way. We, as in the rest of us who are not Elon Musk, who are not, massively wealthy, have to pay for his mistake if we want to keep, using it. If this isn't the point where people start jumping off of Twitter, X, whatever, completely like en masse, if you actually start to pony up however much I don't care if it's 99 cents. If even this is not enough for you to stop and go, maybe something is a little screwed up here. I've been using Twitter for the better part of 10, 12 years, and I've never had to pay a thing, and now I've got to pay because bots and free speech, and like, is that really enough of a reason for you to actually pay another subscription service in your life? In a world of subscription service after subscription service, you've probably already got, the average person's probably got what, like 7 or 8 of them, and you just want to add another one in there. So you can bark about how much you hate Jewish people and black people, and you think that it's like that everything is their fault all over Twitter or all over X, whatever, to think that you're a little bit important. What, the blue check mark didn't make you feel important enough? Little ex-Twitter user guy, valueless, soulless, bloodless, just wanting a license to be a prick and not have to face any consequences for it on the internet. That's the user base of Twitter, pretty much. And like, okay, I can actually see a lot of people paying for this because they already eat up everything Elon says and does. They already eat up any super rich capitalist who owns a big business or any sort of business. They already eat up their excuses. They already eat up whose fault this is, whose fault that. The blame rests upon their shoulders. So many CEOs the world over said, "Oh, the buck stops with me," but they'll still gladly accept those gigantic pay raises and keep their jobs in perpetuity. If this is not the point where millions of people stop and go, wait, why? All these years it was free, and now is it inflation? Is that the reason that I have to pay? Is it the woke advertisers who went away? I mean, ask yourself something. If 60% of that revenue is now gone, do you really want to attribute all 60% to quote-unquote woke advertisers? I'm sure you'll find in some of those advertisers who left a lot of really scummy people who think and support a lot of scummy people and politicians you probably voted for. So maybe the problem is something else. Maybe the problem is the guy at the top. Just like with capitalism as a whole, the problem is always the person at the top. The person who's supposed to be trickling all that stuff down like you've been told all your life, and you've been waiting all your life, and things just get more and more expensive, and that whole thing. This needs to be a point where reality finally breaks through the thick defense that people have put up to that, which allows them to keep defending people like Elon Musk, complete wastes of life who get lucky and decide that they are going to try and flip the script and control the narrative, which supports, in Elon's case, white supremacy, anti-Semitism, misogyny. I mean, you name it. You name it. Elon Musk does it all in the name of free speech absolutism, where there's no such thing as a slur. It's all okay or none of it's okay. And that's why Twitter has basically turned into, way more than it was before, a playground for the alt-right. It's a playground for some of the worst people on this planet to gather and share their hateful, disgusting, not even opinions, just, because it's really hard to call, something that's really racist an opinion. These are just people spewing hatred, sludge, and bile, getting away with it, getting approbation, and becoming even more radicalized. And it's business as usual. It is business as usual for the capitalist world as a whole, where, again, you've got the rich few claiming that all of these things, the market and advertisers and economic downturns, like, these are the reasons we have to charge you more for our services, even though our CEO just got a $1 billion pay increase. We need to charge you, the consumer. We need to pass these costs off to you, the one who's already struggling to keep up with all of these subscription services. Like, why has that not occurred to more people? And these people are making so much money. Have you noticed when the world goes into an economic shithole, they continue to get massively, massively, massively wealthy? Like, why is that not the sign? Why is that not the thing that makes you go, why am I paying more? Why don't they make less? Why am I paying another $2 for Netflix? Why am I paying another $2 for Disney Plus? Why is my cable subscription, I'm paying more for that, paying more for my cell phone bill? But you never stop and look at the people at the top because they've got you looking somewhere else. And right now, Elon's got you looking at everything but him. It's him. It's always been him. If Twitter burns to the ground, it will be not because of the market. It will be not because of advertisers. It will be because of him, and also because of, well, in a good way, all of the people who finally saw through his shit and decided, I'm not going to pay for this shit. See you later. And again, all he had to do, the only thing he had to do was clear that short bar that even his little frame could get under, like, just don't be a racist anti-Semite piece of human waste. And he couldn't even do that. He's paying the price, and guess what? Now you're paying the price. Late stage capitalism 101. Have a good day, folks. Don't indulge the little man. Do not indulge, or indulge him. But I strongly encourage you not to. Especially if you're one of these people who's like, I want change. I want things to change. I want more money. I want more things. Like, you're not going to get it by simping for billionaires. I'll tell you that right now. Look how it's gone so far.